Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. And we are going to start our first game of our doubleheader for the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup today back at the Grand Champions Polo Club. We're going to be at Field 4, and we have 90210, and it looks like the very stylish Team 90210 are going to be wearing their black pants today. Both teams look like that's pretty cool. Looks like both teams are styling the black pants, which is a big uniform differential in the game of polo that we see a lot now. They play in black pants and white for their tournament games, so this should be a fun too. We have two of our top ladies, and I like the 90210. They're coming in a 2-0 record, and Sarah Siegel Magnus will play the number 1. Finn Segunda playing number 2. Juan Cruz Marcos Kaku playing in number 3, and Roberto Zeta will captain the team, number 4 position. They are 2-0, playing very well this 8-goal Aspen Valley Cup. And quite on Z with Alessia Zeiler. And I want to welcome Alessia back to the field as she's been in town preparing for her tournament games. We had Will Bauhaus played the first game, and she's got a very strong team playing with her with Artemio Figueres, Joao Pedro Souza, and Hilario Figueres. And they're going to come in at a 7-goal team, so they're going to get 1 goal on handicap. And Alessia's going to get a shot there. And we get our first whistle of the day. So remember, it'll be 1-0 here based on the handicap. And we are live from Field 4. Mounted officials today, Roddy Matthews, Gaston Dorniak. They've been doing all of our officiating. I'll be working as the third man / IRO because I am live coming to you from the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida, where I have all of the techs right here working with me, and I'll have the ability to look at any of the plays that need to be looked at. We're not using the challenge system, but we are using the triggers, and I'll go over those triggers as we get into our first courtesy change. Let's get back to the action here. This is going to be controlled here now by Hilario Figueres. If Figueres is going to get, looks like Joao going forward. Excuse me, Joao. Nice pass, overrides there. 2 players come together, and you're going to get a riding in from behind call there. You can see one of the players from 90210 riding in over the top of the ball from behind. Now, that ball is right around, just off of center. Okay. And they're going to go ahead and set this ball down for the center for a penalty 5B. And Hilario Figueres will do the honors for Quite on Z in the white jerseys. Here comes Hilario. Hilario down the center with it. Well played and just taken the air here by Juan Marcos. He's going to slow it down a little bit. And now, and this is what they want. They want Sarah Siegel Magnus, but it looks like this one's going to make it out in front for Finn. Finn's going to back it back to the center, bounces off a pony though, not out of bounds, and we'll have a knock-in. So Sarah Siegel Magnus, at the moment, number 1, riding her paint pony there. She likes to start on the paint pony. She is leading the scoring this year for 2024 at the Aspen Valley Cup with 11 goals. She's been fantastic in the front of the game, and we'll see if she can keep that going. As Alessia Zeiler is going to come in there and press Roberto Zeta. Roberto will turn this ball back inside. Bit of a melee play here as Artemio gets a piece of it. And now it gets stolen away, and we have a true breakaway, and it'll be the first breakaway of the day for Sarah Siegel Magnus inside the 30. Oh, little bad luck there as it pops off the pony, bounces backwards, nobody home, turned around by Artemio. He's got his brother going forward, and it'll be Hilario here, but stolen cleanly by Roberto Zeta. Zeta now, he'll turn it back to the inside. Looking for a little pass, little short pass here for Marcos. He's got him. That's a nice ball right there, but it looks like it might travel. Oh, just off the field. Not giving Sarah Siegel Magnus an opportunity there. But it looks like 90210 knocking on the door is we'll have another knock in for Quite On Z. It looks like we're going to have our first courtesy change of the day, and that'll stop the clock. So we'll send everybody out to get the fresh ponies. As I told you, we are using the replay system today for our challenges, if we need a challenge. And the umpires can radio in to the studio if they need to check a goal. Check to see any time a ball goes out of bounds on the sideline or on the end line. If they're not sure exactly who that ball went off of, they can check with us. Check to see anytime two four-legged athletes, to the horses or to the two-legged athletes, come together on a very hard play, just to check and see which player might be creating the danger. If it's difficult for them to work out, they can send that one in. And they can also check for any unsportsmanlike conduct, and of course goals. And it's probably the one that's used the most to check to see if a goal is in or out. And we'll kind of break that down for you a little bit. Now we do have some wind blowing, as you can see the beautiful palm trees here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. There's a good shot there of Marcos, Segunda, and Zeta as they kind of talk strategies. They ride back on the field. And you can see it get tore up a little bit there, but we have had some rain. Some rain kind of blew in earlier this morning. And we've had a bit of a, I guess you could say, a wet start to our season, which is a little different here in southern Florida. So we had everybody down on one end of the field, so taking this courtesy change a little bit longer, as all the ponies were on the east end. Now, these fields do run east and west. Shouldn't have any issue with that today, running to the west goal, as this been playing this game at 12 o'clock. We will be going to the Santa Rita Polo Farm for our second game of the day. So if you are in the area or you're at the game, prepare to gather your belongings, and we're going to shoot over to the Santa Rita Polo Farm for our 3 o'clock game. Here we go on a knock-in, everybody back. And it's going to be picked up here and controlled by Ilario. Trying to get by right there. Looks like they're going to use the double team here, and you'll see a lot of that with Segunda, and they work very well together on the stronger players. Make a ride off. Another player will come in on the opposite side. This ball is going to get hit out of bounds, and we have a possession play picked up down. Nice ball by Ilario. Picked up here is Sarah Siegel Magnus. She's going to run the turn here, take it by herself. Overrides, backed up by Artemio. Across the field, looking for Ilario. So the Figueres brothers connecting, and wow, that ball's going to pop back. And Quite On Z, as we are going to get a whistle on the play before the goal. So, right away violation at about the 15-yard line, as Artemio backed that ball across the center, and looked like Ilario was trying to get there. We had a 90210 player coming down the right of way there, so just impeding the right of way a little bit, so that ball will be from the spot. And Zed is not going to waste any problem on this. Still trying to get Sarah Siegel Magnus going forward here. They kind of rotate around. She's playing the number 3 in that number 2 or number 3 slot at the moment. And I can understand that because, like I said, in the first couple games, she scored a lot of goals early. 4 in the first chucker of her first game and 2 in the second. So they're definitely keeping an eye on her. So Zeta might be changing up the game plan a little bit. Big ball right here is Sarah Siegel Magnus rotating to the back position. Goes for the back shot. Picked up and taken there by Marcos, and he'll run the turn. Nice hook and good defense here by Quite On Z. Not allowing 90210 to get out. Now, looking for the pickup here is Joao Pedro. Going for the one-timer, but picked up cleanly here. And Juan Cruz doing a good job keeping Ilario away from that ball. Down to the center now, looking for the give and go, and they have Sarah Siegel Magnus. Nice pickup by Sarah on the Bay Pony now. Picks it up here. Alessia's going to go in her spot. Well done, Alessia, getting in there and giving her team an opportunity. And that ball looks like it might have got stepped on right there. And we have a buried ball. As you can see just the top of it in front of us. And so they'll go ahead and clean that ball off the field for safety of the horses. Make sure a horse doesn't step on the ball. And we'll see if they decide to call foul on that play or if we have a bowling. Could have a foul on some of those plays if a player does come in front. Looks like they are going to give the foul. So as they come across here, Sarah Siegel Magnus puts right there. Oh, right there. Let's he gets away from it. And I think they're going to call that there, and then they come together. So they're going to call a right-of-way violation earlier before the ball actually was buried. And then they're going to take this ball inside for the open goal, Sarah Siegel Magnus. For the open goal penalty 3, that ball is on line, but just a little bit light. And that ball stopped just in front, so we will have a change of possession in favor of Quaidon Z. Quaidon Z going to dodge a bullet there. Sarah's been very consistent on her penalty shots. That one hit well, just not hit hard enough, but straight down the center. So all you got to do is put a little more wood on it. It should be all right there. On the move, trying to get Artemio forward, and it looks like 90210 has done their homework because Artemio was very, very strong in his first game, scoring a tremendous amount of goals. So they're going to keep an eye on this young player. He plays very well. On the move, loose ball here. They leave it for Zeta, and they're headed forward. Juan Cruz trying to push Larry over. He wins this ride off on the chestnut, leaves it for Sarah Siegel Magnus. Sarah, she's got time. Oh, nice little play to the left side here, but off the field. And wow, this could be the third or fourth knock-in for Quaidon Z here in the first chukker. So the 90210 team peppering the goal. They have been shooting. And I believe that's going to end the chukker. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and start with the knock-in when we start our second chukker. So stay with us. We'll be back for our second chukker with a knock-in for the Quaidon Z team. This is the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. All right, welcome back, everybody. CTV Sports, and we are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. Field number 2, and field number 4. And we have this is our 6th game in the Aspen Valley Cup, 8 goal. Started out in 90210 Polo against Polo School. They won 14-6. And then the 90210 played against Rough Polo, and they won 9-6. And so that's where they go 2-0. And as the games went on, Quaidon Z went against Amaro Polo and they won 8-6 in that game. As I said, Will Bauhaus filled in for Alessia Zeiler. Now Alessia back in the saddle. And so this big game here for the Quite On Z team as they trying to get to that, keep that undefeated record. We have 6 teams in the league. They are playing a cross bracket. And once they finish playing the cross bracket, they'll rank the teams 1 through 6. And then team number 1 and 2 will move on to play in the finals. So you want to keep scoring goals and just keep it going here. So 902-0, we'd be looking at a good shot here. If they go 3-0, Quite On Z, if they can get that 2-0 record, they'll be looking pretty good. So, and then in our second game today, it's going to be one of those games you don't want to miss because both teams are 0-1. They need to win or they are definitely going to be in trouble when they start ranking. And, of course, remember, they do have a trigger if they need to use a trigger. It looked like it was very, very close. Looked like they're going to call that in. So they will catch that goal right there. They had the 1-goal difference and are only they're going to go to 2 goals here. So with the 1 goal, it was based on the handicap in the first chucker. So both these teams coming out and kind of working the defensive game against each other. Very 2 strong teams. I said both of them undefeated. So and very well mounted. So coming out to kind of work out, see what kind of plays will work. And that's the first goal scored. So on the penalty. So nice penalty shot, penalty 4 there. And the ball will be back in control from Quite On Z. Ilario. Figueres. They come together. And, oh, wow. Look at Ilario was turning around there, but he had the opportunity to turn the Graymare back and catch one of the 90210 players on the right-of-way violation. And I'm going to talk about this one. That was interesting because it looked like Ilario turned away and he must have got around in time, or that would be the discussion was, did he get around in time enough for one of the black jerseys to come in there and steal that ball away? And sometimes if your horse takes a step back or you turn, that frees up the line. And it looks like they're going to come over for this. And maybe we're going to take a look at this one. So maybe we can take a look at it again as Roddy Matthews is going to ride over. Let's take a look at it. All right, so we're going to get it here. You're going to flip. Let's flip it there. Look like the car. There's Lario. Lario takes it now across the field. And now he turns sideways. He taps it once. Then he turns away here. And, yeah, I mean, he's still going to get a foul on the play. I mean, he's definitely coming across the right-of-way. So, foul on the play. Even though he did turn around, the ball was still going in that direction. The player was still on the wrong side. So, I'll call foul, and they'll take that ball in. You check it again here. You see how he turned it in. You have right here, you have Zeta on the wrong side, blocking him right there. He's got to give him a play, gives him a play, flips it forward here. Now it comes off Zeta's horse, still has control right here to watch. He turns around, but Zeta's still not on the right side. Now he comes across there in front of him. So, foul against the black. If he got there a little bit earlier, then Roberto would have been okay. But this is a good one to look at because it's kind of interesting the way it developed. But Roberto was still coming across the right-of-way when Lario turned around. So Lario just getting around quickly there. And, well, that's why you like those handy horses. And so open goal penalty and a good one to look at. So they came over here, the two umpires, disagreeing with each other on it. Ooh, Artemio, well, it's going to go back and forth today. So Artemio almost hitting the same situation that Sarah was in. Sarah has hit a penalty 2, was a little short, or actually a penalty 3. That was a little short. And now Artemio having a little trouble. And both of them have been very consistent on their penalty shots. All right, 2-0. And we're still right in the middle of the second chukker here. We've not used the Kersey change yet. Into the corner, it's going to be Joao Pedro. Not getting the shot he wants. Turned around quickly and controlled by Zeta. Roberto. Stolen away by Marcos. Overridden and now turned around by Artemio. Artemio's going to get a nice run here, and Zeta comes back. Their mouths get hooked up. They come together, near side play, and looks like Sosa is going to get one. So good attack there by the Quaidon Z team as Artemio pulling the team right here and goes for the neutral play, puts it to the inside, and Sosa wins the ride off there against Finn and goes near side. So a nice near side goal for Quaidon Z, keeping it going here 3-0. They'll switch directions for any of our new viewers, of course. And at the moment, it looks pretty even on the bowl ends. Like I said, they haven't had a lot of opportunity at goals. I think 90210 has actually shot at the goal more, but this chucker now, Quaidon Z, has had a very high percentage. Now they're going to let you out in front. Nice little pickup here. Zeiler gets a piece of it, keeping it moving. And you will get a whistle on the play, and that should take us to our Kersey change. So we'll see if there's a foul on that play there. If they just went with the Kersey change based on the timing, as you are right around there, unless he was coming across. Let's take a look at this one here. You get a big ball, and that ball is coming down the field straight like this. Yeah, and then you're going to get Alessius kind of coming in front there of Zeta. So Zeta getting on the right of way before Alessia did. Alessia came from right to left there. You can see I drew the line there. You can see how Zeta had, and he was within that 2.5 strides. And so not a bad play, Alessia. Just need to get over a little bit earlier, and that's what we were talking about a couple days ago. We were talking about, and we go over that in the Polo school a lot, the line, the man, the line, the ball. And if you get to the ball and the line first, then you won't have that issue. And but sometimes it can be a little tough to get there quicker when a player does establish himself on that right of way. But in the case, you will get a penalty 5. From the spot. Everybody getting on fresh legs here. 3-0. Quite on Z. Doing a good job. I think this is the first time that 90210 has actually been behind in a game. Their first game, they're up 6-0 after the first chucker. Of course, Sarah scoring a ton of goals and 6-0 after the second. And in their second game, they were up 2-1, 5-3, and then 8-3 at halftime. And in the same in that first game, they were up 8-1 at halftime. So they have not come from behind yet. We will see if the 90210 crew, what kind of plan they use to try to come back. And this Quite on Z team, they'll keep it going as they play good polo. Now, on the move on the outside, they find Sarah again. Again, she's playing a little bit coming from the back position. So kind of changing it up. They're not leaving her out there in front with Hilario. Good pickup here by Alessia, taking it forward. Now they come together, Joao and Zeta. Pedro. Good little play by Marcos as he leans way out there, like 90 degrees towards the line, but he's going to win this one, and he's got a smooth sailing here to the goal, and Juan Cruz Marcos is going to take it all the way in and get the first goal and break the ice. 4 right there. Good play. That's a tough play on a player like Hilario, especially Hilario. Yeah, I don't think maybe he saw Juan Cruz coming because Hilario, very long-armed and legged. He can, lean way out. But just a snap little play there by Juan Cruz Marcos, and then he had an opportunity to get out in front, making it 3-1. See if that gets 90210 in a groove. As I said, they've had more shots. Just a little bit off in the first chucker. Loose ball play. They have Sarah out in front. Everybody overrides. It's going to be picked up here again by Juan Cruz Marcos. Juan Cruz Marcos on the Bay Pony. Well done. Out of the air 2 times. They leave it for Sarah. Now Finn. Finn back to Sarah. And turned around and a whistle on the play. So we'll see what they decide on this one. Let's see. Everybody was converging. Going down the field here. Finn's on the near side. Sarah looks like she was okay on the offside there. We'll see. It looked like they blew a foul on her. We'll see what they decide on that play. On our look, if you check this one out, keep an eye on this ball. Looks to me like it goes back into the center right here, right there. Watch, bounced off a pony. And then here, Finn's going to get a piece of it. And look, that ball's coming down the field. Sarah's right there in front of it. Didn't look like she came across too much, but we'll see what they decide on the field. Might be a different look down there. See if they're checking or not, or if they're... Looked like they had a tack timeout. Well, see what they're doing there. They say a little timeout for one of the players. They are down on the trailer side at the moment. There you go. Yeah, so getting that all figured out. Get the safety, a little tack time. Make sure that Juan Cruz Marcos is okay with Zeta. Yeah, look at that. It looks like Juan Cruz Marcos. Some players do wear the mouthpiece. And it looks like, I mean, I don't know if they're going to be fouling the player or not, or to see what they decide to do. It looks like, they're going to go for the fair play, or they are going to call foul. So they're going to call right-away violation. Going to say lesser angle going for the Quaidon Z team. And the penalty 5A. So here we go. We'll stay at 3-1. Sarah Siegel Magnus back on the D again. She's been rotating his first two chuckers. Now a little block right there. That's going to give time for Juan Cruz Marcos to turn it around. He's had a lot of touches here in the second chucker. He'll leave it for Zeta now. And Roberto working it down, trying to get it within one goal. Around they go, picked up again and taken forward here by Juan Cruz. Bounce off a pony, bad luck. Oh, here we go. We're going to have a foot race, and we haven't had one yet today. They're going to open these two ponies up, Zeta and looks like Ilario Figueres. Back shot coming, met in there by Artemio. Artemio taken out cleanly by Juan Cruz, and they leave it for Zeta. Now Roberto. He's going to open up the bay pony. A lot of nice-looking horses here in this. At the end of this second half of this second chucker. Everybody opening it up and a whistle on the play. So, getting a little physical here in the first chucker. Let's see what happened. They came around the corner. This is a nice play by Juan Cruz. He pushes out Artemio. That gives Roberto time. And then we have Roberto there, and I guess they're going to call maybe behind the saddle right off there when they came together with Ilario. Not a very hard bump, but remember the ride off. It must be even, so we're going to have an uneven ride off. And remember, you need to be right around the center there. Kind of looked like Zeta was running around behind him, maybe got a little bit of the back of him. We'll see where they decide to put this ball. He was on a breakaway, so you're probably going to get an open goal and an opportunity. So it will be uneven ride-off. A little bit of a rub, racing and rubbing, but a little bit too far behind. Is going to be Juan Cruz Marcos to do the honors here for 90210. Penalty 4, 60-yard shot, and yeah, we haven't seen. I haven't seen Juan Cruz Marcos taking the 4, so doing a good job there. Zeta usually takes the 4s, but he missed. Let's see. See if he had one in the last couple. They haven't had a lot of penalties. Actually, they haven't had a lot of penalties. Been very, very clean, but a nice swing and an opportunity there. So that's going to make it 3-2 with the penalty 4 by Juan Cruz Marcos. Perfect timing. 30 seconds left in his second chucker. 1 goal down. Artemio trying to get it back to 2 goals, carrying it down into the corner. Now he'll leave it here. And again, Juan Cruz Marcos, and he has dominated this second chucker. Now he's going to find Sarah Siegel Magnus. She has time. She will have about 10, 12 seconds on the clock. Yeah, Sarah. Oh, no, nice pickup there on the bounce. Sarah, no problem. 4 in a row, looking for the finish here. If she doesn't run out of time, cleaned up nicely by Figueres. As Ilario is going to clean it up, and we're going to run out of time. So when we return, we'll have a bowl in from the center to the boards. Opportunity for 90210, down by a goal. Stay with us. We'll be right back. third chucker action, 2024 Aspen Valley Cup. Once again, a big shout out to everyone that played out in the Richard Mill Alula Desert Polo out in Saudi Arabia. And they had a great time out there. Melissa Ganzi playing, but a number of different players. She actually played with Sayud Dentada, Adolfo Cambiaso. They defeated Richard Mill with Joanna Hanbury, David Paradise, and Pablo McDonough. 9-5 game, very close game, but, a lot of good stuff going on out there. Like I said, you can catch up on all of the info at the on our website, the Grand Champions Polo Club website, and get all the history on it. Really love the ideas of everything going on. I mean, they're just building such an amazing deal there. Melissa Ganzi enjoying her time out there. She was actually the first woman to compete in the tournament, and so in a very prestigious tournament, which has been growing over the last 3 years. So congratulations to Melissa on that. She was the top female this year, and of course the first to play there in 2022, which was very, very special, very, very special. And I know she takes a lot of pride in that. I want to big thank great job to Adolfo Saidu Dentada. Congratulations too. Also getting the top man award for best playing for MVP, and then Adolfo got high scores. So they were all over it, but a very, very fun time. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as the game going, because there's a lot going on out there. It's great to see all of the energy that's being spread through the world of polo. And I know Melissa Ganzi, that's a big part of what she does. She really loves that. So congratulations to Melissa. And, of course, everything going on Saudi. And, again, as I told you, we just got done. They had the Bandura Snow Polo World Championships, and now they're getting ready for Summer Ritz. So we'll keep you all, keep all the information for you weekly as we get closer and closer to the World Polo League 6th year. All right, here we go. 3-2. And if you've been watching this one, this is this is going to go right down at the end. Both of these teams, it was all quite on Z early, but they only had the one goal in handicap, so it kind of went back and forth there. And then again, it went back and forth in scoring. So we'll see how this third chukker ends up. Alessia Zeiler playing the number one right there. Let's getting an opportunity with Artemio Figueres, Joao Souza, and Ilario Figueres. And then in the black jerseys, if you're just joining us, Sarah Sigumanis, Finn Segunda, Juan Cruz Marcos, and Roberto Zeta. Everybody playing in the black pants today. So it's a little different. I like that. Little whistle on the play here, and we've had a number of penalty shots. Actually, both teams have missed open goals, so that's even. We had a 3 miss and a 2 miss, and then 2 fours were made. One was made by Lario, and one was made by Juan Cruz. So they've been even on the penalties. And right here, we get another one coming out of the box, and a whistle on the play. So they'll carry this one down. And we'll see where they decide to place this ball. Pretty even on the penalties here in the first half. And I said we've had a little rain come in right before the game, but everything's tournament committee had an opportunity to check the fields with our mounted officials, and everything was fine. It was tearing up a little bit, but it was wet. So it looks like we are going to have Ilario do the honors here. Looks like we had another timeout. Tack time in between this penalty shot. And, of course, remember, join us at 3 p.m. where we will have continuous action in the Aspen Valley Cup with Amaro Polo, with Scott Sabaro, Nick Manifold, Chris Campson, and Esteban Matus Hernandez is going to play for Michael Armour. So big shout-out to Michael Armour and his family. Michael took a spill in his first game. He actually came back and played, but played for about a half a chukker and then decided that it'd be safer not to. And Esteban came in and finished the game. So he'll start the whole game. They're 0-1. Polo School with Govinda Kish, Leo Mendelbaum, Benji Daniels, and Jason Crowder. And they lost in overtime in their second game. They had a tough run against 90210 in their first game. And but what a day 902 went 14 goals, scoring 14 goals. You know the number 13 is a huge number in the game of polo when it comes to scoring goals. If your team scores at least 13 goals, according to the School of Memo Gracita, then your offensive attack is doing well. They scored 14, so and they lost. The Polo School lost. They scored 6, but they came back in their second game. Here we go. I tell you, looks like Lario. Wow, Lario. Dialed in now, getting his second one of the day. Well done, buddy. Perfect swing. Nice shot there by Lario Figueres. Lario and Artemio, two of our young polo stars, play at the Aspen Valley Polo Club all summer. It's fun watching them play together with Alessia. And Joao Pedro Sosa, he's a worker, man. He gets out there and does his job. On the other side, here with and this is where Pedro, Juan Pedro and Roberto Zeta are gonna get in a little sword fight here. Let's check this one. The ball goes through in, gets kicked out, gets taken forward there, and that's gonna be a cross hook. So as he's trying to get across there, he was asking about it, but his horse's rear end. Remember, you can be 100% behind the player. And I think we looked at one a couple games ago. We tried to take a look at it in the studio, but it just was kind of difficult. Sometimes the angles. Remember, when a play is inconclusive, remember that just sometimes the angles, the cameras can get blocked out. Also, the drone could be coming around. There's a lot of difficult situations there. So sometimes when you hear that word inconclusive, it's not that they didn't have an action. They actually had a shot. It was just maybe broken up by, there are 9. We got 4 players on each team, so 8 horses, 10 horses on the field with the umpires, and that can happen. And then sometimes, of course, just lining out. So most of the time, 99% of the time, you get a great look, but sometimes you don't. Here we go. Artemio on the move. Going to get up here and going to deal with Zeta. Artemio leaves that one behind. And loose ball play. Nobody there but Sarah. Sarah backs it about 5 yards, but that's all she needed. Is it gets picked up here by Juan Cruz Marcos. Juan Cruz with a lot of room to work. Artemio, he's, I think, in their polo meeting, they've been telling him to keep an eye on Zeta, and he's been doing a good job because you can see him right there with his head on a swivel. Now Artemio making a turn, keeping it moving. Artemio with the approach shot. Now he has to deal with Zeta, Roberto, and Artemio picked up by Souza and Juan Pedro. He's got to wait for him to clear, and he does nicely and right down the center. And what happened? I don't know if they had a late whistle. They're coming together here to talk about this one. It looked like, let's take another look at it. It looked like Robert got in there and backed that ball cleanly. They come together here. Juan Pedro turns. And, he hits it off the pony there. So, here we go. Is a penalty for hitting into the pony? Is it a penalty for blocking? And, it's a tough one because Juan Pedro did turn and Juan Cruz Marcos did turn, but he never really tried to leave. So we'll see what they decide, or that they can also check on this one if they want. They might already have the answer down there on how they want to call it. They could go either way on this. They could go for hitting into the horse because it is dangerous. And it was a well-hit ball because you can see how far it went off the field. But then also you could say, well, Juan Cruz didn't move. He just camped there. It's a toss-up. So we'll see which direction they go with that, and in which case they could say a bowling. Or they could say that it was, maybe a little tougher. It was a little bit worse, the hit. A lot of decisions that they have to make here. So I like the idea that the umpires, they're probably not going to need any help with the video on this because they're right there looking at that. But that's giving you little thoughts of what they're talking about, all the different situations that could come up on one play, hence the professional umpire career. I can be a little tough out there sometimes. In this case, for me, I'd go more with Bowling. We'll see what they decide to do here. Based on hitting into the horse, I didn't, see what hard. We'll see what happens. Look like we got one umpire riding over. We'll see if they decide to get a little help or if they're going to go ahead and make their own call. See what they decide to do. We had the courtesy change. Forward to our final courtesy change of the day. And looks like they are just going to go with just regular play. So, yeah, not a big So not a big. They just went with just regular play. Which we just one another one of the options was just to play it out. That the ball went off the horse, and so for me, I think they did the great job there. The Mountain officials. I don't think he should have been called for hitting the horse, based on because it was kind of even. The player was kind of blocking him, so you could just go with the ball in there, or you could go with the next play, and the next play was a knock-in. So no foul on the play. Just keep on playing. So well done by the mounted officials. And if it was hit, a little harder, more dangerous, then you could turn that one around. Right here, we're going to have a right-of-way violation. You can see that ball was coming across on a 45-degree angle. Sarah just getting caught on the angle. Very tight-knit game, these two teams working hard on both sides. Alessia and Sarah rotating with all the guys, all their boys on their teams. And here we go. Juan Cruz Marcos going to control this one. Kaku, nice ball right here down the far side. And the two ladies are going to come together. Alessia and Sarah right off by Zeidler. She's going to leave that ball for Figueres. Ilario into the corner looking for his little brother. And they'll leave this one for Joao. So Zai's going to go ahead and give it back to Artemio, or he's going to keep it. Now looking for Artemio, taken away and stolen away by Juan Cruz. Marcos trying to keep it out in front. Neutral play. They all come together. Picked up and controlled now by Zeta. He's going to get one play out of here. He taps it forward one more time. Now he's going to work it down, walking the dog, looking for a clean shot. And oh, no, bad luck as it bounces off the pony. And unless you get a blocking call here, and we'll see what they decide, is we did have some congestion there. Here they come. You can see how you have the whole group around here like this. They're all in there, and they're all in the way. So, once they say clear, that means you got to clear out of the way, and I think they got them. So just one of those three players did not clear, and so that's going to give the open goal penalty to, and Sarah Siegel-Magnus going to go and pick this one up. So Sarah back on top on her penalty shots. And that'll make it 4-3 as we come back to the center. So a low-scoring game between these two high-scoring teams. And it does happen sometimes when you get I know they probably worked on. Remember, all these teams, come together there. No, Finn Saguna just got out of there in time so that there wasn't a sandwich. So a good non-call by the Mount officials. It almost was a sandwich on Artemio there. Now picked up, taken forward here by Joao Pedro. Playing well here in the first half. Left for Lario. Lario's going to go ahead and set up. And a clean shot there by Amaro. And I like the composure, relaxing, and it looks like that's going to go ahead and take us down to our final 25 seconds, so that'll end the chucker. I like Amaro here. I just kind of waited for that goal mouth. He actually hit it right off the post, the master's shot. So that's going to give his team a 2-goal lead. So we'll end our first half 5-3. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies. And, well, there's a little halftime. Let them check with their coaches, get lined out here for the second half. Stay with us for the second half of the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup.
Becky Schmeitz. I play for Victory Polo. And I think for me, I was a rider first, and then I learned how to play polo. But what helped me the most was I really immersed myself into it. So my first year I started playing, I really just tried to play every chucker I could. I never turned down a chucker. I'm extremely hard to find a horse for because I'm very, very picky. And I've always thought that the horse really picks you as a person. What I love about Grand Champions is it allows me just to focus on polo. I am very challenged by the polo that I'm playing, and I have not just one coach out there, but everyone on the field is coaching me. The dynamic that you are on a different team every week is a really good mental strategy for learning the game, because every pro is different. Every pro has a different approach, a different style, and it makes you communicate. But I also feel like my polo's just gotten better. I would say most definitely what I love about the Santa Rita fields are that there's a lot of them and they're very safe. And so I don't have to navigate as much when I'm going to goal. And so then it just keeps me focused on myself, and I feel a little more confident playing. And it's a beautiful location, and the staff and team here is amazing.
Okay, welcome back, everybody, to our second half, and we're getting ready to go here. The players are 2024 Aspen Valley Cup, 90210, Sarasego Magnus, Finn Segundo, Juan Cruz Marcos, and Roberto Zeta. They're in the black jerseys, in the white jerseys, Alessia Zeiler, Artemio Figueres, Joao Pedro Souza, and Lario Figueres. And very tight game, 5-3, back and forth. We're finishing up, and we were talking about the Allura Polo out in Saudi, and just wanted to give you a little bit more reference on this because they've done so much to make this grow over the last 3 years, and then also opening the game of pole to women, having a lot of top players out there also. As Nina Clarkin came from Great Britain, Leah Salva from Argentina. Also, you had, of course, Mia Cambiaso playing, and so it's great to see. And I know Melissa, that's a big part that she loves. You know, not just being a player, but being an ambassador to the game, you know, and bringing so many people into the game. And that's a big part of a lot that Melissa Ganzi really enjoys doing. So it's great to see this tournament growing. As Melissa has been playing overseas here for the last couple of months. A lot of big players also playing in there that play in the World Polo. Juan Pablo McDuff, of course, Juan Martin Nero. And the 4-day tournament, there was a collaboration between Saudi Polo Federation, the Royal Commission of ALU, and a title sponsor, and the tournament timekeeper, Richard Mill. Love him. And a La Fina Polo team. And the tournament just growing, so it's amazing. So please take a look at that, and congratulations. It's nice to see that, especially with all the snow polo going on, to see them playing on the sand there. And I think you're going to see a lot more in the future. So congratulations, everyone involved. All right, we are live, though, here on CTV Sports. In our first tournament, the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup, 6 teams and very, very strong teams playing. We're also, looks like got the wind blowing out there a little bit. Look a little breezy as I can see the jerseys on everybody kind of blowing around here. Very tight game, anybody's match at the moment. And so I haven't figured it out, 5-3. Both teams captained very well. Both teams mounted very well, and so we'll see what they figured out in the tents at halftime. They came up with a new game plan here because they've showed us all kinds of different looks, plays, different positioning. Alessia has been going forward, Zeiler, and going back, along with Sarasego Magnus, who's actually hit as many back shots today as she's hit 4 shots. So there's definitely been some, and I know there's a lot of coaches out there. And also Nacho Figueres was actually playing out in Saudi too. So congratulations to Nacho, also participating as his sons are playing here. And I know him and his wife were out there. And so congratulations to them too. Let's see if the boys can get it done here. Here we go. Second half action around the corner, and it's going to be picked up here now by Souza as he's going to control the ball. Turns it back under the neck to the left, trying to find a little room to work here in the coffin corner. Finally, Zeta comes in here, steals it away. He gets hooked. Now Artemio. Figueres is going to go under the neck with it and get in a sword fight with Juan Cruz, but Artemio is going to win this little sword fight. Around and around they go. When they stop, nobody knows. 5 players there. You can throw the blanket over 6 of them. And finally, a whistle as they were going round and round and round. Everybody's sitting dark in there. I didn't know who's everybody's trying to get away. And also, you remember they're in the corner of the field down there, so they actually had the boards on one side and the end line on the other. You couldn't actually see the end line, but you can see our photographer right there, CTV Sports, behind the goal and where they're at. So you might get a penalty here. Let's see. Round and round they go, they said. Then this ball, Artemio's going to reach underneath right there. And You might get a whistle on that, or you might go the other way. It might be there. I guess they're not going to go whistle on that. It's going to go the other side. I guess hooking on the hand. As Artemio was trying to turn around, you see kind of his hand. So he was clean on the little steal there. So they're going to bring that ball over from the corner, and Ilario is going to get another penalty shot. And Ilario with the penalty 4, once again, he's going to go 3 for 3. Oh, just off to the side. So now you say, why do they put that ball at the 60-yard line? I mean, that ball is inside the 60. Yeah, in the corner, why would they bring the ball all the way back to the 60? And remember, if the ball is inside the 60-yard line, but the players do not have a shot at goal, then the umpires will bring it back to the 60. So it's a big it's a big disadvantage for the team hitting, but it is an advantage because they're getting a goal shot penalty. So if you do see that play, or you get a little mixed up if you're playing the game, remember that if the ball is inside the 60 and you don't have a shot on goal, then that ball will probably get brought back 1 line or 2 lines. And usually, even if it's right on the end line, it'll get brought back to the 60 and not the 30. You need to have a shot at goal to get an open goal penalty. And Sarah Siegel-Magnus is going to jump on a fresh one. She's getting organized over there. Looked like that was Geronimo Overgon playing for Bentley Estates. He's playing with Cable, Sarah's son. They're over there helping out a little bit. They've been playing pretty well, the Bentley Estates team. And I got to tell you, that team, they won their first game. They won their first game in OT. They just snuck by the Polo school. Our first 7-chucker sudden death game of the 2024 season, and then they won 8-6. But they took 24 shots at goal and only made 8 goals. So I was saying, well, I'm coaching them. I'm like, guys, here we go, man. Let's just slow down, figure it out, look at it, see why we're missing the goals, maybe take a little more time, because when you get 24 shots at goal, your offensive attack is very, very strong. You got to be happy with that. So, like I said, once that team gets it dialed in, you better watch out for Bentley Estates. All right, here we go. We got everybody back on. Ilario's going to get one here with around 4:20 on the clock. Aspen Valley Cup. And it will be Ilario Figueres once again trying to get it by. Very tough defensive strategy by both teams. Both teams are playing the man and the woman very close today. There are a lot of write-offs. There's nobody really loose. We haven't had a lot of breakaways here, and you're going to get one, though, finally. And it's going to be Juan Cruz Marcos on the gray pony. Juan Cruz coming in from left to right. Ooh, gets a piece of it, but it stays on the field. And quite on Z is going to loop down. It has nice play here by Souza. He'll leave it for Ilario, and Ilario's got nobody around him, so he says, I'm just going to stick and this ball until Juan Cruz gets back on the field. There he comes now on the gray pony, and he's going to gather a good 80 yards. So good thought process there by Ilario Figueres, not to rush the play. You could go either way there. You could say, hey, look, we got 4-on-3, let's go fast, or, take it down the field. And just bad luck there now as the ball will pop out of bounds, or we're going to get a change on the pitch. So we're going to get a change of possession, a cop on the pitch. And that'll take us to our Kersey change. So a little sticky here in the 4-chucker. They came out and they were going to get running. And then it just kind of slowed up a little bit, went back to the defensive battle. I got a feeling we're going to see something here in the 5th or 6th as both these teams mounted very well in the 5th and 6th. Good shot here of Juan Cruz Marcos doing the Pony Express. Horse to horse, standard mounting selection of a lot of players these days. Between chuckers or during the chucker, a lot of players also still get off, and also some players use the mounting block, which the mounting block is actually a very safe way to get on the horse, and also very safe for the four-legged athlete. We use that in the polo school a lot for some of our new riders. And while we're talking about the polo school, remember the polo school is in session. So if you're looking to play, get in touch with our general manager, Cale Newman. Get you set up for the polo lessons. Remember, if you are interested in polo on demand, then you want to watch the next game and get a feel for it, because Govinda Kish has been playing well, and Govinda does have his own string of horses. I believe I think they're in Argentina at the moment, his own string, so he's actually participating in the Polo on Demand program. So if you'd like to see some of the ponies that you would be able to play in the Polo on Demand program, watch Govinda play. And has scored a couple goals in the last game, and looks very comfortable on the string of horses that our amazing staff that runs the Polo on Demand program have selected for him. So you can check him out at 3 o'clock. Here we go. Back to the game and the field with everybody back on top after our courtesy change. Ilario down the center of the field looking for his brother, Artemio. Artemio slowing it down here. And they're kind of playing. I mean, it might be just because, you get a whistle on the play, you might get a delay of game here. And I wouldn't mind this call at the moment, because remember, I mean, I'm sure just because, like I said, it was wet. So the field, of course, is going to get chewed up a little bit. That's just part of the game. When you got 600-pound animals running on, a wet field, it's safe. It's very safe, but it's going to chew up a little bit. So, both teams might be wanting to play at a slower pace based on that, which makes sense. But you can't slow it to a pace where you're going to delay the game. So delay game called. They leave it in. Now comes Artemio, though, and he's going to get a run. Artemio tries to get loose, turned around, is going to be picked up by Juan Cruz. Marcos loses that one, then he reaches way out, makes a ride off on Souza, takes him out of the play, leaves it for now Zeta, and Robert's going to try to run through there, gets hooked by Artemio, and a whistle on the play. So, maybe Artemio ride over the ball here. Let's see, comes in here, Artemio, he goes to hook him right there. And looked to me like he got him all mallet, but from here, he came in afterward, but it looked like he got a piece of it. But they're going to go and blow the foul on him here, so it's going to be able to put the 90210 team on the line and an opportunity. And this is Juan Cruz Marcos has been doing the honors today for the black jerseys. Let's see if he can stay consistent right here, Juan Cruz. Open goal penalty 3, and yes. So Sarah had one early. She hit it well. It was just a little soft. It was right in the center. Then they went to the 4 where Juan Cruz made one. Then they went back to the 2 and Sarah. And then Sarah passed the stick to Juan Cruz for the 3. And they're going to get one there, and it's going to make it 5-4 now. So good teamwork here by 90210. Passing the stick around. Whoever feels good, take it. Out the back door, Zeta. Roberto. And this is what you want to see. Come out the back door, keep it moving. He's got Sarah downfield if he can get it over there to her. Almost. Souza gets involved. And right in front of goal, Sarah gets a piece of it. And another whistle. So, a little choppy again here in the 4th. As it looked like someone might have rode underneath the shot. Here comes the ball right here. Sarah's going to be able to come over. Now, does she get over there in time? Oh, no, she's going to get called right there. And she's going to call in front, come in front of Artemio. You can see Artemio was following the line of the ball there, the imaginary line. Sarah came from right to left over the top of it, not enough space. 5A, and here we go. Back to the action. Around the corner they go. They're picking up the speed here. It's going to be Juan Pedro. Joao Pedro, I'm sorry. And Joao leaves this one for Ilario. Ilario sending everybody forward now. Looking for a little space here. Takes it off the boards so he can get a clean shot. Pulls it off the board, but it stays out there. Turned around quickly and controlled here. 16 seconds left in the Ford Chucker. It's going to be Zeta. They're going to have time here. About 150 yards to goal. Zeta says, I got this one, guys. Come on. Roberto, shot on goal. Over to Juan Cruz. Near side neck shot. Back to Zeta. Nice hook by Artemio. Loose ball play. And, oh, man, they ran out of time. And so when they return, though, this is not a bad spot to be in. They will have a bowl-in right there, about 15 yards in front of the goal. So we'll be back for our fifth Chucker play. Stay with us here on CTV Sports. Oh, every time I see that commercial, gets me excited, ready to go. World Polo League 2024. It should be a good one. Well, they're all good, but last year was a whole nother level, and I'm just so excited about this year. I had the opportunity to talk to the voice of Polo, Jan Erik Frank, who was just on Saudi. Now he's headed to Emirates, and he was so excited also to be getting ready to come back and work here at CTV Sports, and also to be around the that 26 goal polo, highest rated polo outside of Argentina, and especially in the U.S. And we are very excited about that. And also, we're going to get the women's polo going this week, so you can get that. We will be live streaming that, and Cale Newman will be bringing that to you. So you'll be able to, if you want to watch some women's polo this week, join us tomorrow for that. We're excited about that. It's one of our, of course, remember here on CTV Sports, covering everything from 6 goal to 26 goals. All right. In the bowl-in, and that bowl-in was right down in front here. They leave it for Ilario, and Ilario is going to knock one down the field here. And I told you, be ready for the 5th or 6th Chucker, because these teams, they're saving up some of those top horses, especially in a very close game. On the move. Around the corner they go. Picked up and stolen away again by Joao Pedro. Turned around and stolen and taken by Juan Cruz. Ilario, hill control, trying to work something back on offense. Picked up here on a broken play by Juan Cruz. Goes back on the near side. Going to keep it under the horse's neck. And then everyone's going to clear out there. Juan Cruz going to have to use it here. So we'll look for the shot on goal. There it is. That ball will travel just outside of the left. And we'll continue with another knock-in. Nice shot there. Field 4 here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Remember, if you are here with us, we are going back out to Santa Rita Polo Farm for our second game of the day, 3 p.m. Outlet pass across the field here with Artemio. And like I said, the Figueres boys, they do a good job mixing it up. And Souza does a great job just filling the gaps when they decide to change it up. He's been playing very well. Off the back of the pony there, bad luck. It'll come in line and just going to be a quick line change. And it'll be Zeta, Roberto. Only about, 50 yards from goal, but all the way out by the bend. He's going to find Finn, who's been working hard against Ilario all day. That ball gets backed out of there cleanly by Figueres. Into the corner it goes. Turned back around and controlled now by Zeta. Zeta's going to go ahead and just take a shot from the corner. He's got Sarah Siegel Magnus out in front. Sarah with not much angle at all. I mean, a huge angle. I apologize. Not much goal to shoot at. And Sarah, watch this. Look at where this ball, he's got to go in here like this, like that. And that ball is, the angle on that is just crazy. On how she only had like about 12 inches of goal to shoot at, and just put it right between the post, and that'll get the equalizer. So the as we're talking about this 90210 team, they've never played from behind. This is the first game they have in the 2024 Aspen Valley Cup, and they got the equalizer now. So set of fives. See if they can keep it going here. That'll be Sarah's second goal of the day, and we will get a right-of-way violation there. That'll stop the action. See how this ball gets brought in the middle by Zeta, and then straight down the field right there, and then just too close right there is Juan Cruz Marcos was following the other player, and he was trying to clear out. The problem was his horse. Hit the back of his horse's leg and stopped the ball. It took a play away from Ilario, and they'll tee up for the 5A. Ilario's going to go down the center here, hitting a deep ball nice. Not. I like how he hits it, not very high, keeps it low, and that keeps the offensive attack backed up cleaning though by 90210, and it's going to be Juan Cruz Marcos once again. Juan Cruz usually gets a lot done here on this little. Kind of Buckskin Roan as he works down the field and finds Sarah Siegel now. Magnus has control. Finn Skunda overrides. Artemio leaves it for Ilario. Ilario takes it back to the inside, and Artemio's going to run the left side. Artemio, yeah, nice pick up there by Artemio on the offside, back to the near side, now back to the offside. Now he'll leave it behind, and it gets turned around by Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz keeping the speed going here, and I like this. The whole this game has jumped up in a couple different gears here in pace in the fifth. You'll probably see the same in the sixth around the corner. Taken forward here, turned around by Finn. Finn's going to leave it for Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz going to the speed stick here. Who's got the power? Juan Cruz goes for the ride off and then back to the offside. I like that little play. Now they come together. Souza is going to go into the sword fight here, and he is strong, working hard. Now they go in there, and then looks like Roberto's going to get in there, and finally they have a whistle on the play, but it looked like they have a little group there, and everybody looking around. You take a look at it. It gets pulled around here by Juan Cruz. Now the line has changed. And he pulls it away from him. And then Juan Cruz takes it right there. And looks like they're riding each other off for the Misi. And it looks like you have one meeting two. We'll see what they decide on the field there. But one player had the ball, and they turned it. They're going to use the Kersey changer. We'll see they decide to do there because the ball flipped the other way. That's funny, the 1-meeting-2 play. I've always thought over the years as a player and a professional umpire that sometimes, like, if you're at a walk, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I think the only time you really see that they allow it to go is in the bowl-in when you have the scrum and you have a lot of people, but there's really no danger when everyone's at a walk. The reason why the 1-meeting-2 play is called, because if one player was to ride the other player off into the player that was meeting them, then you could have a wreck with players coming together. But in the case when they're at a walk, but we'll see what they decide to do on the field here, as it was a bit of a melee as they were spinning all around. And we go to our Kersey change. So fifth chucker Kersey change, 5-5. And this is where you want to be bringing, see what horses they decide to bring out. Looks like it's going to go in favor of the 90210 team. And it'll be Zeta. Down the center, finally going to find Finn Segunda. Finn on the offside, near side Finn. And there you go, first goal of the day, but more importantly, it's going to break the tie, and this is just a beautiful shot by Roberto Zeta, and laid it right out there in front. Finn with a nice approach, and from there, it's just all horsepower. Remember, everybody on fresh legs right now after the Kersey change, and this is when you see a lot of good, high-energy goals scored right when they change in the middle of a chukker. They'll wait for the final player to get back and get this ball bowled in, and it's going to go right to the stick of Ilario. Covered by Sarah Siegelman, and it looks like Ilario is going to try to break loose from everybody. Ilario, a little ride off there by Zeta. No whistle on the play. Ilario looking for one, but no whistle, and they're going to keep it going down the far side. It'll be Finn. He'll override. And Ilario's going to get it again. He's going to turn it the other way, and Ilario very comfortable here on the chestnut. Little trouble right there. He was keeping it going. It's going to be Artemio. Artemio and Finn pops out of there and picked up again now by Juan Cruz Marcos. Juan Cruz, and this is the little chestnut that he plays a lot in the 5th and 6th. And this little horse right here, little Dunn, can run very well. Sarah Siegel comes over from right to left, and they're going to let it roll here. He's saying she's got enough room. Backs up right inside the goal, and I like the pace now. That 8-goal Polo, we talk about a competitive, jumping up 2 paces there, almost like 14-16 now as they run the far side. Zeta trying to get free. Little fake on the back shot, and comes in there for Juan Cruz. As I said, Juan Cruz gets a lot done on this little pony. Loose ball play, too far by Roberto, and picked up again, taken now by Artemio. Nice back shot by Souza. That ball's going to go a little bit further, as Alessi was there. Across the center we go, and it'll be Ilario. Juan Cruz not wasting any time, coming in there to defend him quickly. They come together, and then they whistle on the play. And it looks like maybe they were on a run out of time there, so we'll see if they have a whistle on the play or not. I'm not sure when the time was, but it almost looked like he might have been all right. Let's see here on the replay. He comes in, they come together. And it kind of came over the top of the ball, yeah. So we'll see what the time was there. We'll see what they decide on it. But get ready. We got one more chukker left, 6-5. We'll be back for our 6th chukker play. All right, six chucker action here, and you are going to get a penalty out of this. So you see that Juan Cruz Marcos was over the top of the ball before the time ran out. And good chucker there. As both teams going to another level here in the fifth. Now we'll see the 6-5. 2 unanswered goals scored by the 90210 team to give them 6 goals. And so we'll see right here, because this is 2 chuckers here. Quaidon-Z hasn't scored. He didn't score in the fourth or the fifth. And they have one in the other team, and the 90210. Whoa, nice shot there by Ilario Figueres. So Ilario going 3 for 4. Very good shooting today from the penalty line. Doing a great job, and that's been a big part of their game today. Like you said, he just had the one miss. So it's a great job from the penalty line for Ilario Figueres. Getting the equalizer now, making it 6-6. And now we're back to a set of 6. Alessia coming around the corner. Loose ball, and look at this. Souza just on the move as everyone has opened it up. And he might go on the bowl in there, coast to coast, but it just goes off to the side. And they're going to have to regroup here. So knock ain't coming. It's going to be picked up here by 90210, and it looks like, I don't know if it was a set play or not. Roberto was running with it, and then he left it here for Juan Cruz. It worked out perfectly. Artemio's going to focus on Juan Cruz. Now, Zeta going forward. So Roberto on the Bay Pony, and he usually does a lot of this in the 6 chucker. Taking it down the field, Roberto Zeta almost has the time right in front of goal. Loose ball taken out and cleaned up. And, man, as Joao Pedro Souza getting a lot of touches today. He has been working super hard down the field here. Now he's going to fire Artemio, and Artemio might have clean run here. Nice pickup by Artemio. As Sarah Siegel-Manning's got to come back. Artemio takes a shot on goal. I like the thought process, but off the right side. So it looked like 90210 was on the run there. And then it just turned the defense into offense. The Quaidon-Z team, super quick. And, man, they were off to the races. And they have gone to a whole nother level. Everybody going to open them up here. Ooh, Juan Cruz almost gets out, but Souza reaches way out of his horse's ears to make the hook. Now Finn, Gunda, Ilario tries to get the back shot, stolen away again by Souza. Now they come together. Very good ride-offs. Everybody going for it. Juan Cruz now trying to turn the corner. Loose ball play. Who'll get there first? And looks like Juan Cruz just gets out of there just in time as Souza was riding hard for that right-of-way. They leave it now for Zeta. Roberto down the center with this one. With this ball going its on, Alessia's going to get back there. Right, good spot for Zyler right there. She gets a piece of that back shot. Turning around the corner here, though, no, it's going to be Juan Cruz Marcos, and it gets stolen by Ilario. So Ilario's going to pick his pocket inside the 30-yard line, down the left side. And somehow Ilario comes back up with the ball. Hey, everybody flying by. Ilario's going to try to lace one out here. It looks like it bounces off the pony. And Roberto's going to stop. So they'll stop right here. I think they'll take those to our final courtesy chain. We'll see what our mounted officials decide. It looked like everyone was running forward there. I wasn't 100% sure what we saw here. Let's try this angle here. And, oh, yeah, Ilario was trying to hit it downfield, and it kind of went off the pony. You see a very breezy day today. Been a blustery day here in southern Florida. As I said, we did have some showers earlier today, so Sun showers, yeah. Sun showers, I forgot. So 6-6, 3:52 on the clock. And again, very competitive 8-goal game. It's probably been one of the closest, tightest games that we've seen. And as they said, two undefeated teams. So huge games for both of these teams. See if they can. They said 902-0. They'll be in a really good spot if they can get the 3-0. But they'll be fine at 2-1. But quite on Z, definitely trying to get to that 2-0 record. Looked like kind of a misplay. I'm not sure what they're gonna do here. It might just be talking to the players. As it did come off a pony, you can see Ilario and Zeta right there kind of talking it over. And we'll see if they decide with a penalty or a bowling. It'd be very much. We saw a play earlier where a player was kind of blocking one player and the ball went off the pony. And I said, there's a rule that you can blow a foul on that play, but sometimes, just both players are, kind of shooting, trying to go wide, just miss hit ball. And so they'll just bowl this one in. I agree with the umpires. There's not much you can do there. And didn't look like any malice involved. Around the corner is going to be picked up here by Artemio. Forget us. He's going to leave it behind. All right, here we go. So we have our final 3 minutes. Just under 4 minutes, 3:31. And so anybody's game, anybody's match right now with one goal. Well, 6-6. We've had an overtime. We did have one overtime game. And as I said, when you try to break these 6 teams down, they're all very, very competitive and match up very well across the board. And like I said, we had an early blowout, 14-6. But then everything else been pretty close, 2 or 3 goals, and one overtime chucker, one overtime game. Otherwise, everything else been a 2 or 3 goal game, and right down to the end, opportunities for both teams. And so you never know. Let's see. Here we go. We are going to have a bowl in from the center to the boards. And let's see who's got the horsepower now, because this is going to come down to it. Both these teams so, evenly matched across the board. And that would be the difference because I said everyone's played very, very tough on their defense. And turned around here now by Zeta, Roberto. Roberto trying to get away there. Everyone overrides. And there must be a whistle on the play. So riding to the east. They come together here. Roberto taps one time. He's going to work it down the field right here. And it looks like they're going to call cross hook there. Opportunity for 90210. As they had everybody going to goal. And with the open goal penalty 3, Juan Cruz Marcos will pick up another one. So very consistent from the penalty line today. Well done, Juan Cruz Marcos. 4 and 2 threes. Once again, Sarah Siegel Magnus with one. They only had the one miss, and the same on the opposite side. So very both teams shooting 90% from the penalty line today. Doing a good job from the penalty line. Well executed by both the teams. No complaint there. They have done a fabulous job. 7-6. A lot of time left here. So still, let's see if Quaidon can get the equalizer. Juan Cruz Marcos going to come in here and get some Souza. He's going to get running on the gray pony. Juan Cruz down into the far corner. Overrides. That's going to give Ilario Figueres time to turn this one back inside, and he's not wasting any time. Ilario looking down the center, just a little shorter. I think he was looking for Artemio. Artemio had Zeta out to the side there. Picked up and now around the center of the field. Roberto's going to slow it down here and kind of control. Alessia got one play. She's got to get one play. Well done. That's it. Good job there. She pulled out of it perfect so that she didn't get caught there on the penalty. Good head on her shoulders right there. Zeiler pulling out of that play. Not to stop the clock and give a penalty shot. So well done. Now they come together here as Juan Cruz will work it out on the gray pony. Near side neck shot coming. Cannot get it done. Turned inside now by Roberto. Good ride off by Souza. Backed up and a whistle on the play as they come together right there in front of goal. So when they come through here, it looked like right here, he went in front of him right there and backed it. So you have a blocking foul and then the back shot. So good call by the Mountain officials. That's going to give an open goal penalty. That ball only about 15 yards out, maybe 10. And I think Sarah Siegel Magnus will step up and do the honors. Sarah? And well done, Sarah, because that ball would have went in from anywhere. Well hit, would have went in from the 40-yard line. Had the distance. And trust me, those little shots like that, you got to have the ice in your veins with the open goal penalty 2 from the spot, giving 90210 a 2-point lead. So they trailed the whole game, and now with a 2-point lead, and we have less than a minute left. So we got to get one here, see if Laura can get one, and they'll get back for the bowling. As Roberto Zeta coming in there, they come together on the ride-off, then he backs it up. He's got Juan Cruz going forward, and that ball goes out of bounds. But as we said, the clock goes tick, tick, tick. So they will get an opportunity here. And let's see if they can work it back quickly. But they're going to run out of time, I think, as Lario's going to lay one down there. But as I said, with the 2-goal difference, but you want to, as they come together one more time. Looks like he's trying to get out of there. picked up again now and taken forward. And shot on goal. And Artemio will pick up another goal. That'll be Artemio's first of the day. As he had one opportunity at a 2 earlier today. But picking one on the field. And that will give them their 7 goals. And as I said, that'll click it down. So it's 8-7. And what a comeback here. It was 1-0 after the first chucker. And that was with the goal on handicap. Then he went 3-2 with the goals 5-3, 5-4, 5-6. That's the first time that 902 went a goal, and then he finished 8-7. So they're going to go 3-0, and Quedonzi will be 1-1. Stay with us. We're going to be back for our 3 o'clock game. I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports. I say thank you for making us leaders of polo broadcasting. And remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.